years. And third is the environment was deteriorating. Consumption and production pattern were not sustainable. And now, we are now in the 2020. So patapos na ang 2020. Parang kahit sandali, na months, napakaraming nangyari. So the question is, what is the impact of COVID-19 pandemic, especially in education, sabi nga natin. So perhaps to the disappointment of some children have not generally been sent home to play. The idea is that they continue their education at home. Families are central to education. So the current global scale expansion in homeschooling might at first thought be seen quite positively, so as likely to be effective. So this role is seen as a complement to the input from school. So while global homeschooling will surely produce some inspirational moments, some angry moments, sabi nga, some fun moments, and some frustrated moments. Why? Kasi trending si internet connectivity, as internet connection, laging na-stress si Sir Maki sa mga post niya. Yan, ano pa? Using of gadgets, nakaka-stress din. Kasi most of our students use cellphone. Alam niyo ba sa totoo lang, hindi naman sa minamalit natin, bagaman ang mga cellphone yung mga medyo high-tech or yung new, medyo yung new model, medyo upgraded na tinatawag. Kaya lang, karamihan ng mga estudyante, when it comes to cellphone, ang tagal nilang mag-present ng, sabihin nating, PowerPoint presentation. So, nakakakain ng oras. Yan. Isang challenge yan. Dapat, yung preparation, you must be prepared enough on how to use the gadgets in time of new normal na tinatawag. So, as a student, sabi nga natin, how will you promote sustainable development goals amidst 2019? So, we all know that the goal of SDG, nakita ko doon sa bilog SDG, or the Sustainable Development Goals, also known as the Global Goals, were adopted by all United Nations member states in 2015. So as a universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that all people enjoy peace and prosperity by the year 2030. I think 2030. Yeah. So the main challenges, to sustainable development are global. Remember, global in character. So the challenge is in your hand, my dear student. So because sustainable development is the pathway to the future, we want for all. Okay, so the challenge is yours. So promote, develop your goals. Sabi nga ninyo ay youth activation. Okay, so hindi nyo ma-activate yan kung hindi kayo mismo ang gagawa ng paraan to survive, especially nowadays. Di natin kasi alam kung kailan mag-e-end si COVID-19 Sana mag-end na siya, maka-move on na siya, mawala na. Yan. Para tayo ay magkaroon uli ng another normal life. At yun yung back to normal, and that is the face-to-face. Iba kasi ang new normal when it comes to education. Ang hirap natin, ang hirap talaga sa totoo lang. Mas stressful, ang setup ng education ngayon compared to talagang sa face-to-face. So, yun yung challenge sa atin. Okay, so, muli, I hope na sana ma-challenge tayo, especially, you have 3 speakers. Okay, congratulations, meron kayong 3 speaker na parang nakita ko si Sir kanina, nandiyan na siya. Okay, so congrats UNESCO and continue. Okay, job well done and good morning to all.
Thank you, Ma'am Tejada, the Dean of College Education, for the inspiring message po. Once again, greetings po sa lahat ng ating participants, and we can use our official hashtag UNESCO Celebration. So once again, pwede po natin gamitin ang ating official hashtag UNESCO Celebration. So we officially welcome you to our webinar with the theme The Teaching of High School Social Studies, Legitimizing Stories and Experiences Beyond the New Normal. To begin, let us be reminded of few house rules. Number 1, avoid multitasking and engaging into separate virtual meeting while the session is ongoing. Focus po tayo sa ating screen. Always mute yourself while you are not speaking. Unmute yourself and speak only when it is your chance to speak. Remember, be polite and do not interrupt. Third, use the chat box or section to type your questions for the moderator to see. Kung may mga tanong po, pwede po nating i-comment or i-chat ng maayos at sasagutin po natin yan maya-maya. Since ito po ay live, be prepared for technical difficulties lalo na po sa ating internet connection. Kaya please, bear with us po kung magkakaroon man ng mga ganong pangyayari. Kaya wag na nating patagalin pa, atin na pong tawagin ng ating first speaker with the topic, Teaching Historical Thinking in Basic Education. He is the teacher 3 from Malinta National High School, Valenzuela City, graduated Master of Arts in Education, major in Social Studies from College of Education, UP Diliman. And he is currently taking up Doctor of Public Administration from the University of Caloocan City, a Vice President of the Kalipunan ng mga nagkakaisang grupo sa Araling Panlipunan. Founding board member of the Organization of Social Studies Teachers in the Philippines, a former chairperson of the Kagawaran ng Agham Panlipunan of the Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Valenzuela, an instructor of Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Valenzuela. Let us have Mr. Roderick Fernandez. Let's give him a virtual clap.
Magandang umaga. Dinig ba ako?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Paano ba ako mag-represent? Okay. Ayusin ko lang ito. Ayusin ko lang. Okay, nakikita na ba ang aking PowerPoint slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Kitang-kita po.
Magandang umaga uli sa lahat. Magandang umaga po sa lahat po nang nandito at marami pong salamat sa pag-imbita, no, para magbahagi tungkol sa paksang na ibigay sa akin. So yung binigay sa akin na paksa ay Teaching Historical Thinking, no? Pero binigyan ko siya ng tuon, no, batay sa kung ano yung aking pag-aaral na ginawa nung sa master's para sa aking masteral degree, no? At ito ay pag-iisipan natin ang tungkol sa kahalagahang pangkasaysayan o yung sa Ingles ay historical significance. Okay? Ayan. So, kung nakikita ninyo, may mga larawan akong nandyan, 20 plus yata yan. Ang pag-aaral na ginawa ko para sa historical significance ay nagsimula sa tanong na ito. No? Anong tao, bagay o pangyayari sa